Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm a second-year student in the music performance program at the University of Toronto. So I developed a passion for music in grade 9 during my time in my high school music program. I played the piano and guitar previously, but after picking up the trumpet, I never wanted to stop practicing and I always wanted to play with other people. And I think that was when I knew that music school would be a good fit for me. I specifically chose U of T because of location, the structure of the program, and the faculty. So being a performance major or a music major, it means making connections is just as important as, say, like a business major making connections. And Toronto is one of the best places to start making connections and building a resume and a name for yourself. The structure of the program offers a comprehensive and common year program as well, but you have the option to specialize in first year, which gives you a lot more experience in your field, in your specific field. So I specialized in performance in my first year. The different branches you can take are comprehensive, composition, education, and performance. The faculty at U of T are also filled with professional players and amazing teachers, many of whom have actually been members of the Toronto Symphony Orchestra, which is a huge plus of studying in Toronto. The environment will definitely push you out of your comfort zone, your high school comfort zone, because everyone here is such an amazing player, and it obviously can be scary at first, but it's super helpful actually in the end because you'll find yourself trying to improve more and more. The teaching styles are a mixture between lecture-based in courses such as theory and history, but the courses such as ensemble, private lessons, orchestral studies, or musical skills are hands-on. So you will be playing in class or singing in class with everyone. This can be scary for people who don't normally sing, but it's actually a lot of fun. You learn a lot about just listening, and it's very applicable to your own instrument. So, that's kind of something I wish I knew. I wish I had just opened myself up more in musical skills and been more confident. Not all of us are amazing singers, but it's a really fun course. The lecture-based courses are at a comfortable pace. Theory may be a bit fast for those without a theory background, but the professors are super, super helpful, and there are tutors available in the faculty as well. Something challenging about the workload may be trying to balance practice time with homework and other electives you will take eventually. So self-regulation is something super, super important to keep in mind. The only required course in your top 6 is grade 12 English, and a maximum of 2 music courses are counted. Everyone applying is required to have RCM Theory 8 proficiency and preferably RCM 3 piano knowledge. But if not, you'll just be taking a keyboard skills course later in school. If you do have it, you'll be exempt. There is a music questionnaire to fill out as your written application. Some other programs will have essays. This will be your written. And your audition will be the most important thing when applying. So I would suggest preparing for your audition maybe grade 11 and the summer of grade 12 at the latest. You'll also need an accompanist, which you'll need to find on your own for U of T. After the audition, there is an interview portion where you'll be asked about why you chose music as your program, some of your favorite players, composers, or music genres besides classical music. Schools may offer you a scholarship depending on how well you performed at your audition. Depending on what stream you took in university, you could be a music teacher or go on to audition for professional orchestras. There's also an area of work called arts management where you'll essentially be part of a management team for orchestras. Music therapy is a relatively newer field, but it's really interesting if you want to combine health studies and music. Music production or consultation for other companies is also an option. A great thing about doing music as your undergrad is that many people who decide they want to do something completely different have the advantage of the music degree. So some people go on to law school or medicine, and having done music shows that you're able to be disciplined, think differently, and are well-rounded. It's best to begin looking for opportunities such as being a volunteer or assistant at a high school or auditioning for smaller orchestras during your time in university, maybe around 3rd or 4th year or whenever you can. Another thing I would recommend is maybe try to play as many gigs as possible before or even in first year. Get exposure to what it's like to play a paid gig or with other people and get to know how to go about that. So at the Faculty of Music at U of T, there's the performance office, which will notify students who play a specific instrument of any opportunities. Each year will have required courses within music that are found in the academic calendar. So you will need to take arts and science courses also to fill the breadth requirements as your electives. This is where you can explore different fields or other things you're passionate about. Or you can even minor or double major. For example, I took a microeconomics course in the summer of first year, and I'm now working towards a minor in economics. I would suggest looking around for courses you're passionate about, regardless of whether or not they're hard or easy. try not to just take bird courses because, I mean, they might not be easy for you. Maybe you're not really interested in that topic and it makes doing the work a lot more tedious. I would definitely recommend developing a regulated practice schedule early, especially in first year, to schedule time around your courses. It'll make life in first year so much easier if you know maybe you haven't finished all your homework for the day, but you already practiced, so you can focus on work and not have to worry about being unprepared. Theory lessons and singing lessons will benefit you a lot in first year, and it'll be a lot easier to keep up with the workload if you have experience in theory or singing already. Also, don't be afraid to ask for theory help from people. There's a lot of tutors available, and that'll help you a lot. If you feel like, you did theory in high school and you're good at this stuff, you don't need to work at it, but you're struggling, seriously, don't be afraid to go out and get some tutors. It'll help a lot. I definitely recommend to anyone, whether you live near Toronto or not, to live in residence for at least first year. I lived in Margaret Addison Hall, which was not only super convenient because it was a 4-minute walk from the music building, but I made some really amazing friends on my floor. The bonus was that there were also practice rooms in the basement, so I didn't need to schedule time in the music building. I hear specifically in Victoria College, which comprises of 5 different residences. There's Burwash, Margaret Addison, Ainsley, there's Upper and Lower Burwash, and Raoul Jackman. So they actually do a really, really good job at matching you with your roommate. Me and my roommate, we were both in the music program. She was a singer, and we're really, really good friends to this day. In my time at Margaret Addison, we all became really close pretty quickly. Even by the first night, a bunch of us went out and we walked around Queen's Park because we had spoken to each other during the activity that the Don had planned. So don't be afraid to participate and reach out to other people. All clubs are listed on ulife.utoronto.ca, and there's so many for every single interest that you may have. For music majors, Heart House is also a student activity center that has different chamber, vocal, or orchestra groups you can join for some out-of-school playing opportunities. Specifically in the music faculty, from my experience, all my professors and other faculty members have done a really great job at making it known that there are mental health services available. The registrar is also a really great asset you'll have. Since it's a smaller faculty, she knows everybody. You book your appointment one day and either you get to see them the same day or the day after. It's pretty quick, and they help you a lot with planning your courses or any other stresses you may have. The Faculty of Music also has many opportunities for bursaries. During COVID, there's a COVID relief grant you can apply to, which will help cover the cost of any additional technology that you might need for online schooling. I personally wish, instead of trying to rush through getting my art sci credits in first year and my electives finished, I stepped back and realized other options for myself. I could have researched and found that I had an interest for economics earlier on and worked towards that to balance out both the music and art side of my degree with something on a completely different spectrum. As I said before, stay organized and on top of when you have things due, or when you have to perform, for example. And try not to follow others' schedules to get a sense of when you need to do things, because everyone leads completely different lives. Even if you are in the same program or the same residence, your schedules are completely different, and the amount of time it'll take you to prepare something might not be the same as somebody else, so organize yourself. The last thing I want to say is that burnout is a real thing when mixing a passion of yours, such as music, and school or career. So try to avoid feeling like the stress of school is hindering your love for music by going back to what you did when you started loving music. Maybe meet up with an old teacher and just ask to play something with them, or call some old music friends and ask to play or even just hang out. For me, I was feeling a lot of stress in first year. I felt, everyone is so much better than me, and I don't know if I really like it as much anymore. During Christmas break, I called my old teacher. We just played a couple things, I had a lesson, and for some reason, it brought me back to why I picked music in the first place. And yeah, that's something I think everybody should do at some point. Just remember what you felt like when you started music, or when you started having an interest in music. I wish you the best of luck with everything, and remember that you can do whatever you put your mind to. Have fun with the last years of high school, and U of T is a really great place. There are so many possibilities with what you can do with your time in university. So good luck!